Hi, Paul Sackers, Good News Broadcast, speaking to Chef Adam Perry Lang. Hi, Chef, how are you?
How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing real well. Congratulations, you're a best-selling author. I use some of your materials to make good recipes.
Excellent,
excellent. You're on the top of the game here.
Excellent. Have you tried out the latest book, BBQ 25?
No, I haven't. Actually, I don't have it yet, but I will get it, of course.
Oh my God, it's great. I mean, I really enjoyed making it, and the people that I've given it to have so far really embraced it, and I'm really pleased. I love to see people succeed.
Let me ask you a question. You're a New Yorker. What do you know from barbecuing?
Well, it's a good question. I mean, a lot of people might assume that, and that's why actually, after I opened up a barbecue joint in Manhattan, I had to go out, undercover and actually compete in barbecue competitions without them knowing I was from New York, and actually go out and win, so then they could stop saying that. So,
New York has a little bit of everything, doesn't it?
It does have a little bit of everything, but we're living in a different world now, and the borders are kind of erased more and more, and with all the traveling, I've experienced great barbecue all over the country, in fact, great barbecue all over the world, and the fact of the matter is that if you know a few basic things, you can really make fantastic barbecue. Barbecue that I refer to as 3D at times, because I'm taking the same brines and marinades and seasoning rubs, and I'm doing little things to them to really make you excel, to make me excel, and I'm constantly tweaking, I'm constantly trying new things to do. I put together, as a matter of fact, 10 tips, which are the bare essentials. Like if these are the only things that you knew, they would get you through barbecuing, and that's at grillingwithbeans.com. I put a lot of effort into it, but again, the key ingredient, my favorite ingredient, is restraint. So I've stripped these things down, I've distilled them, I haven't watered them down or kind of made them foolish by saying, hey, it's more basic, I'm going to talk to a smaller audience. I really wanted to get what is necessary and really put it in there for them.
Okay, well, give us an example of some of the things that we need to do good barbecue.
Okay, fantastic. Let me use a recipe as an example, okay? Right here, I have a flank steak, okay? Well, let me show it to you here, but this is kind of after I've done the treatment. I take a flank steak, and this particular recipe, which you can find on that website, is pounded and grilled. Okay, these are important words here. Pounded and grilled flank steak with mojo glaze, okay? This is the whole cornerstone of what Barbecue 3D is about. What I'm doing is I take ingredients, again, regular marinade, you got vinegar, oil, seasonings, but this is the difference that I do. I take yellow ballpark mustard, beef bouillon, I combine them together, put that in the marinade. Believe it or not, you will not taste it like that. It will just intensify the flavor, okay? Put it into the marinade, and then once you do that, let it sit for a while. You can pound it straight off, but really that vinegar is going to kind of break it down a little bit. So what you want to do is you really want to work it in a little bit after, and it's already tender. I mean, if you could just be here to see, you'll have to just take my word for it, but it's already tender. When you do, so that's the first stage of 3D, one thing. You take that out, you take a paper towel, you want to wipe it off, you don't want to put anything wet on your grill, okay? It's going to stick, it's going to muck up your grill, you don't want that, you want grill marks, you want charring, you want intensity and flavor, okay? You take that, dry it off, put a thin coat of canola oil, not olive oil. Don't waste the money, and plus it can get bitter when it's grilled, okay? Then you put it directly on the grill. Okay, so I have this. It's been marinated, treated. You can see it's pretty blonde and ready to go, but it's coated with a little bit of canola oil. I'm putting that right on the grill. Now, this is cooking. People say all the time, don't move it right away. Okay, fine. Don't move it right away if your grill is not that hot, because it has to set. But a lot of times people have barbecues that are really powerful, okay? You have to move it. Don't fall. You have to be flexible. The biggest thing behind barbecuing is you have to feel comfortable and confident. That's the biggest piece of advice that I can give you, okay?
I appreciate it. I'm the barbecue man, okay?
Yeah, I can tell. I can hear it in your voice.
My dad was the barbecue man, and I'm loving what you're talking about. So I want to share something with you, okay?
Great.
Because I'm a Bush's Beans fanatic. Bottom line, fanatic. I love baked beans.
Cool.
And so one of my secrets is, you just mentioned it, but I do it with the beans. Very often with the beans, I put in some Dijon mustard when I'm making them.
Okay. I
think it cuts it a little. It gives it another little taste to it, and I like to keep those beans going for a while. And I put beans over meat. Over the steak. I like cover it.
Oh, no, you can do it. I mean,
I'm into it.
Have you had the grilling beans? Because, these grilling
No,
beans.
what do you mean? There's a special bean, grilling bean?
Yeah, these beans, they're called grilling beans, which I really like. And I was going to kind of bridge into it because it makes sense as I'm layering flavors. It kind of, when you're thinking about the whole big picture, you want to have a bold side that can kind of build up to the flavor. You don't have to add anything to these. I mean, I appreciate the fact you put mustard in, but these things are ready to go. And this is another little tip that I do. I take an oven-proof dish, okay? This oven-proof dish, definitely don't do glass, okay? I don't care what it says. So you can do like a brownie pan or something fancy like this. It doesn't matter. Put it on the back of the grill, and you're done, okay? You've got the sides covered. You got the bold flavors. You're building and you're developing the flavors on your grilled item. And I don't care if it's a pork shoulder that you're cooking for hours or it's some quick, thin steak, which I've covered in the book. You are really going to have that bridge. And that's important. You always have to look at the whole context of the meal. As I can tell by you, you're putting beans over your steak, so you totally get it.
Let me ask you, but I also don't mind some onions and garlic also. Let me ask you a question. You know, barbecuing, a lot of times people think barbecuing, you got to be outdoors. There's a barbecue, you know, it's similarly a propane, flame on a barbecue, but we have the same thing in our ovens, right? And we can broil.
Yeah, you can do it.
Is there any difference between broiling in the oven as there is outside in the barbecue?
Well, listen, at the end of the day, I want people to eat good food, okay? My favorite is to cook over charcoal and wood, but not everybody can do it. I say that the best barbecue for you or anybody is the one that you're going to use the most. If it's snowy, it's 3 feet of snow, and you need that grill flavor, yeah, you can put a cast iron grill pan into your oven, and you can do it. And that's how you can do it. However, to get the real flavors, even if you're using electric, gas, charcoal, it's those little juices that are dropping down onto the coals and then kind of coming back up, which you would be missing out of. But still, it's not a bad thing. It's still going to work. It's still great.
We've fed many people in that way. Tell me about so I see you have great grilling. You see a picture of you right next to the grill. Top 10 grilling tips, recipes on grilling with beans.com. Tell us about your restaurant here in New York. Where is it? Well,
I've got Daisy Mae's Barbecue, which is essentially a rib shack on the far west side of Manhattan. And I opened it up as just a takeaway. I didn't even have seats. I'm a chef, and I put my business forth, and I didn't really know anything about running a restaurant, so I figured, hey, I've got something to sell, something good to sell, so I'm just going to put it out there. So rented this place. The rent was less expensive than my own apartment in the city.
Oh, what do you mean way on the west side? Where are you?
Oh, okay, 46th Street and 11th Avenue.
46. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw something over there. I was driving.
That was us. There's nobody else there. There's a lumberyard and a car wash. So trust me.
That was Landmark. Us. Landmark's a famous joint. Are they still there, right?
Landmark Tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right across the street.
Yeah.
That's my place.
That's a great place, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, so that's where you are.
Yeah. So I started there. But, I really travel around the country and the world trying to find different little things like that. I listen. That's probably one of my greatest skills is I listen to people, what they have to say. I learn as much from professional chefs as I do from people from housewives. It doesn't matter. I really listen. That's how I come up with these crazy concoctions, and ultimately I taste it and I'm the judge. But the key is bold flavors. Stick with bold sides that can stand up to it. I got great tips, and with your experience, even still, it's always good to kind of give yourself a refresher, huh? Oh,
no doubt about it. No, I'm a has-been. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm just trying to figure. Okay. I don't use any thermometer. Do you think thermometers? I mean, I don't know. People ask me how did it come out. I have no idea. I just at one point cut it and I look and see if it's red inside.
God, it's practically a lead-in. It's hysterical. Okay, look. Here's another great tip which I kind of show. And yes, you could have a thermometer, and there's nothing better than that. But who has a thermometer all the time? And sometimes, you're over at your friend's house, and now all of a sudden you're manning the grill, right?
Right.
Hold up your hand. Okay? Touch right over here.
Okay.
Okay, that's kind of soft and squishy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When you go like this, it gets firm, right?
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, so you touch that, you touch the steak, you kind of say, okay, yeah, that's well done. You want rare? Go like this. Okay? You touch right here, it's kind of squishy.
Yeah.
Medium rare, medium. You can do the whole thing.
Eventually, whoa!
Yeah, you like it?
I love it.
So now you don't have to cut into the meat, so that you can see that it's done.
This is big.
Yeah.
All right, last question. What's good news for you, Chef?
What's good news?
Yeah, what's good news for you personally?
Oh my God! Wow, you just like threw me off. I'm like I'm in the thick of it.
Yeah, you're all good. But
what's
good news for you?
Playing with my kids and doing all sorts of fun stuff. I don't know what's good.
That's as good as it gets. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, Chef. It's great to. Oh, your kids must be crazy about you.
Oh yeah, they're my little sous chefs, 3 and 6, and they hold my elbow when I cut. So
I love it.
okay.
Thanks. Great talking to you. Look
Nice
forward to
talking.
meeting
Take
with
care,
you.
Paul.
Take
Okay.
care. Bye
Bye.
bye.